Hello everyone, welcome back to the second video on similarity of triangles. So in the first video what we did was we discussed the basics regarding similarities and congruencies. Now congruency is not part of our course, so our main focus was on similarity of triangles. Once done with that, understanding the difference between the two concepts, we did discuss the types of similarities. Then we discussed conclusions. Once you prove two triangles similar, then we also discussed the midpoint theorem, then the area between triangles, or basically triangles between two parallel lines. Like how do we relate the areas of two triangles if they are between the same set of parallel lines. So what we'll be doing in this video is that we'll be putting more focus on the question part of similarity. Okay, so we'll try and understand how can we solve the questions with the help of similarity of triangles. Okay, now what we'll be doing is, for every video you'll be pausing the video, you'll be trying the question yourself first, then you'll be playing back the video, and then you'll be understanding how I have solved it and whether the process or the method that you have used is correct or not. Okay, so try this question number one, pause the video, try it yourself, then you can play it back so as to understand how to solve this question. Okay, take your time. All right, let's see how we can solve this one. So in this it says that PQ is parallel to ABC. Sorry, PQ is parallel to BC. We have this triangle ABC and PQ is parallel to BC, and it also says that AP is to AB is 3:8. Now if PQ is parallel to BC, then it means that I can say that this angle 1 will be equal to this angle 1, this angle 2 will be equal to this angle 2, and this angle 3 is common for the two triangles, that is APQ and ABC. So triangle APQ and triangle ABC, or effectively you can prove the two triangles similar since the three corresponding angles are equal. So you can simply say that APQ is similar to ABC using double A, or you can say triple A similarity, whichever way you're comfortable. So the two triangles are similar, which means AP by AB will be equal to AQ by AC will be equal to PQ by BC. They're gonna have the same ratio. Now AP is to AB is given to me as 3:8, which means AQ is to AC will also be equal to 3/8, and PQ by BC will also be equal to 3/8. So the sides of two triangles are in the ratio 3:8. So I can also say that area of the two triangles, that is area of triangle APQ to area of triangle ABC, that will be in the ratio of k square, or that will be in the ratio of the square of the constant. So this will become 3/8 square, which is equal to 9/64. So we discussed that in the last video, that if sides are in the ratio of k, then the areas are in the ratio of k square. Okay, so when you say that ratio of area of triangle APQ to ABC is 9:64, what that basically means is that if you take area of this part as 9, let's call it 9A, then the area of this entire triangle will be equal to 64A. If the area of that smaller triangle on the top is 9A, then the area of this entire triangle will be equal to 64A. Can I say that also means the area of this quadrilateral part, which is PQCB, will simply be equal to 64A minus 9A, which will simply be equal to 55A. Now what's the question? You need to find the ratio of area of APQ to PQCB. So APQ is 9A to PQCB, that is 55A, and your answer simply becomes 9/55. So this is one of the applications of similarity of triangles. I've proved the two triangles, the smaller one and the bigger one, similar. Using the ratio, I calculated the ratio of the areas. Using that, I subtracted the smaller area from the bigger area in order to calculate the area of the quadrilateral, and then at last I have figured out my answer, which is 9 by 55. Okay, now let's move on to second question. So you can pause the video and again you can try the question yourself first and use the concept of similarity. Okay, there may be another method to solve this question, but try using similarity so that you become confidence with the so that you have confidence in the concept. Okay, try this one. Alright, let's see what we can do with this one. We need to find SQ if angle RSP and angle RQP is right angle. So RSP is right angle, which means this is 90, and which means this angle is also 90. So how can I use similarity in this? What I'm going to do is I'm going to say that angle R is theta. So if I talk about triangle RPQ, P is 90, R is theta, so this angle will automatically become 90 minus theta. And this itself is 90. So now let's talk about the two smaller triangles PSQ and PSR. If I talk about PSQ, S is 90, Q is 90 minus theta, so this angle will become theta. And using that, I can say that this angle, which is RPS, will become 90 minus theta. Okay, so if I talk about triangle RPS, so RPS is theta, 90 minus theta and 90. Okay, so I'm having angles theta, 90 minus theta and 90. So in triangle PQS, I'll have to take the order in the same fashion. So I want theta, that is P, then I want 90 minus theta, that is Q, then I want 90, so that is S. So these two triangles will automatically be similar because the corresponding angles are equal, which also means that the sides are going to have the same ratio. So RP by PQ will be equal to PS by QS will be equal to RS by PS. So can we do something with this? Now what is RP? Now you can use the Pythagoras theorem also. So you can calculate the value of RP. This is 8 centimeter, this is 6 centimeter. So this will be 10 centimeter. And you can also take this SQ to be X centimeter. So this PQ will become under root of 36 plus X square. Okay, just calculate these values. Otherwise, the point here is that try to keep as minimum variables as possible. Otherwise, you'll have to like find out a lot of equations in order to solve them. Okay. So what is RP? RP is 10. What is PQ? PQ is 36 plus X square under root. What is PS? That is 6. What is QS? That is X. What is RS? That is 8. And what is PS? That is 6. Now equate and find out the answer. So if I'm going to equate these two, I'm going to get X is equal to 36 divided by 8. So I'm going to like divide both of them by 4. So 9 by 2, or that is equal to 4.5. Once I have the value of X, I can also calculate the value of PQ also. So this is another type of question. Now in this we used AAA similarity. Or let me write 3 A's. In the previous one we used SAS similarity. Okay, so this is basically the types of question that you can expect in the exam using similarity of triangles. Okay, now let's try one more. Alright, so this is question number 3. So follow the same drill. Pause the video, try the question yourself, then play it back in order to understand how to solve the question. Alright, let's go about it. So what we need to do is we need to find PQ, and it's given to me that angle RSP, STR and RPQ is equal to 90 degrees because they are right angle. So this here is right angle, this here is right angle, and this here is right angle. Okay, let's see what we can do. So let's concentrate on TPS. This angle is 90. If I use the Pythagoras theorem, I'll get PT to be 6 centimeters, because PT square plus TS square will be equal to PS square. So 8 square plus 6 square is equal to 10 square. Everyone knows that, nothing new in that. Now what we'll do is we'll again start with naming thetas. So this R will become theta. P is 90, so this angle will automatically become 90 minus theta. Okay, and this it's 90, and I'm gonna like remove this RSP because this angle is divided by ST, so rather write the angles individually. So this will become 90 minus theta, this will become theta. Similarly, I'm going to remove this 90 from P also, so this here would become 90 minus theta, and this angle will become theta. So I have named all the angles, and you'll observe that in any triangle all the three angles are either 90 theta or 90 minus theta, which means I can prove the triangles to be similar using AA or AAA similarity. Alright, fine. So let's do one thing. First of all, let's take SR to be X. Let's try to reduce as many variables as possible. So let's take SQ to be X. So if I'm going to use the Pythagoras theorem in triangle PSQ, I'm going to get PQ as root of 100 plus X square. Similarly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take TR to be Y. So the length of RS will be 64 plus Y square. Okay, so if you'll observe carefully now, I just have two variables X and Y. That is all I need to figure out, nothing else is required. Okay, can I do anything else also? I can do one more thing if I want to have a relationship between X and Y. Now I also know that angle P is 90 degrees, right? Angle P is also 90 degrees. So I can say that Y plus 6 whole square, that is this entire length, plus PQ square, which is root 100 plus X square whole square, is equal to root 64 plus Y square plus X whole square. Okay, I can definitely form this equation, but now I have realized that it's going to be a bit cumbersome, so no, I don't want to do this. One thing is for sure. So let me remove this. Okay, so let me remove all this, it's not required, so I'm going to simply use the similarity, probably that's going to help me more. So let's first talk about triangle TRS. Now TRS have T is 90, R is theta, S is 90 minus theta. And I'm going to take the second angle, which is PTS. No, but I have to like have a proper chronological order because I want the order to be in 90 theta and 90 minus theta. So in PTS, 90 is T, so again it's going to be T, then it's theta, so that is S, and then it's 90 minus theta, which is P. So I'm gonna have TR divided by TS is equal to RS divided by SP is equal to TS divided by TP. Now plug in the values. What is TR? TR is equal to Y. What is TS? TS is 8. What is RS? 64 plus Y square root. What is SP? That is 10. What is equal to TS? TS is also equal to 8. And what is equal to TP? TP is equal to 6. So use this relationship, I can calculate the value of Y. So Y is, like, I can use this and this. So let me write it here. Y will become 64 by 8 into 8 is 64, 64 by 6, which is 32 by 3. Alright, now I have the value of Y. Now what I can do is, I need to use similarity once more. So I am going to take it in again in triangle TRS, and now I'm going to take this bigger triangle PSQ. Okay, so TRS, it's 90, then R is theta, then it's 90 minus theta. 90 theta, 90 minus theta, so that is SPQ. So you'll see that S is 90, P is theta, Q is 90 minus theta. Okay, you can like cross check again. So anyways, you'll get that TR divided by SP is equal to RS divided by PQ is equal to TS divided by SQ. Now what is the value of TR? So TR is equal to Y, which is already 32 by 3, divided by SP, which is 10, that is equal to RS, that is under root of 64 plus Y square. I'm not like calculating this, that's for sure. Dividing by PQ, that is root of 100 plus x square, and which is equal to TS divided by SQ, which is equal to 8 divided by SQ, which is x. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna equate this with this, the third one. Okay, so let me write it here for your convenience. So I'm gonna get x is equal to 80 divided by 32 by 3. So 3 is gonna go up, so it will become 80 into 3 by 32. So I can do it with 8, this will become 10, this will become 4, this will become 2.5 into 3, which will give you x is equal to 7.5. Now once we have x is equal to 7.5, we are yet not done. We need to find PQ, which will be 100 plus 7.5 square under root. Now for this we need to use our calculators. So 7.5 square is 7.5 into 7.5, that is 56.25. Add 100 to it, so that is under root of 156.25. So this will simply become 12.5. And that is your final answer to this question. So the point is, first we were required to calculate y, then x, and then the final value, which is PQ. This was pretty long, so I would like suggest you to try this question again so that you understand the concept very well. Okay, so these three questions are more than sufficient for you to realize how to use the concepts of similarity of triangles in questions. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching this video, and keep watching and keep learning. If you have anything to ask, any comments, do let me know in the comment box. Thank you guys.